Hi everyone, welcome back to E-commerce Success by Ad360. Today we're going to review a very original website. I'm a big fan of the design. I understand it might not be of everybody's taste, but I think it's good to review because one, I see this kind of design becoming increasingly popular. So it's good to be aware of new trends. So let's review that. Thirdly, it's super original. It might give you some ideas to do things on your website a bit differently. And fourth, we're still going to try and give a bit of feedback and tips to improve the results, and you can take some of these home for your own business. If you enjoyed this content, please like, comment below, subscribe to the channel. All these actions are super helpful to help us grow the YouTube channel and help as many business owners as possible be happy, productive, and successful. So thank you in advance. This video is brought to you by Ad360. Ad360 is the easiest way to start advertising all over the web on hundreds of millions of independent websites and mobile apps in just one click. It's super easy. I think it's the easiest onboarding experience ever for an advertising platform. It lives right within the Shopify App Store or on WooCommerce. If you'd like to learn more, there's a link in the description. You can try for yourself. There's a 14-day free trial, or feel free to get in touch with us and we can have a discussion. Now let's jump into the content. So we're going to review this store that was shared on the Review My Shopify subreddit. And so they're saying we have a Shopify site we launched this year for mom's frozen cookie dough business. That's fantastic. I love a family-owned business. That's really good. The site has a high bounce rate, and I'm not sure if it's because it's slow or because of the design. Okay, we'll review that. Any feedback would be much appreciated. Maybe there are some free cookies in it for whoever has some tips. That would be fantastic. I never imagined I could get some free cookies from doing website reviews, but if this YouTube channel gets me at least that, I'll be more than happy. So now I don't know if you're going to like everything I have to say about the website, but I really want to help you succeed. So hopefully you're going to at least get some value of my feedback. Okay, let's look at the website. So this is the website. Let's first get a look so that everybody can see all the stuff. So it's very original, very unique, that's for sure. And I know some people don't really like this kind of design with very colorful, very cartoon-esque, right? With the very, the colors, they're not bright, what's the word? But that, they're very unique, like pastel, very light colors, but very different from one another. So you have these colorful websites with different groups of colors. This is well presented, very nice, some social proof. You have your story, which is great. We know though, over 50 years, mom has been perfecting her cookie recipes, baking thousands, literally thousands of gooey, sorry if I'm not saying this right, cookies for her 5 children and their friends and their teammates and their teachers. I love the story, by the way. I really think it's very relatable, very smile-inducing. I think it's great. I love a good story. So this is what I mean when I advise a lot of businesses to tell more about their story, present themselves. I love the mom story. It's really good. And then you have yourself compared to others. That's really nice. And then some posts from your Instagram, I believe. So that's great. Okay, and you have at the bottom the cookies. So the website is super, super original. Let's look at that a bit later. So we have the About Us page, where you have some more information about the backstory, what makes you different, some reviews, some more images. I think that perhaps the same images. So that's super cool, and that we'll review afterwards. And the product. So that's the product page. You see with like the flying cookies, like planets on the side. So this looks like this, like a very colorful space, right? You could make a new Interstellar movie, but very different. A lot less black, a lot more colors. Some cookie planets on the background. That's really cool. That's making me super hungry. I wish I could try your cookies. They look really delicious. So you have the video, which is super nice. It's super powerful. Oh wow, looks fantastic. I think that's my favorite website review I've ever done on this channel. So at least thank you for providing us with this website. So you have the FAQ. Okay, it's very well presented. You have the reviews. It's great in the sense that you have everything we would expect in terms of features, and you have different quantities. You have nice images. You have videos. You have FAQs. So you're doing a lot of things right. You're presenting your story. You have different products, benefits. So a non-GMO, ready to bake. It's high quality. It's a homemade recipe. So you're definitely doing a lot of things right. And this design, although it may not be to everybody's taste, this is the new trend. I've seen more and more websites like this one recently. I know Shopify themselves, they're big fans of this new style. For example, on their LinkPop website, I think, let's go just to linkpop.com. They released this tool, which is like a competitor to Linktree. We made a review of that tool. They kind of use also these types of colors and cartoony websites. You see these boxes, I think they're very similar to what you have on your website. These boxes of colors. Very, I don't know what's the name of this. So if there is like a UI design expert, feel free to tell us in the comments. What is this? It's not flat design. It's like a new evolution, which is very different from the previous version of design that we had for the last few years. But I'm seeing more and more websites like that. I think it's definitely going to be popular. Now, I don't think the majority of websites will ever look like that, but it's going to be a more and more popular occurrence. So it's good, for everyone watching this channel to get introduced to that kind of design, and maybe try and incorporate some of these elements in your own pages or in your own products, your own websites. Now, to come back to feedback and tips, you're saying you have a high bounce rate, and you don't know if it's because of the website slowness or the design. Now, some people won't like the design, so it might play a role, but some other people will love it. Some people will fall in love with the design. So I think all in all, the only way to know for sure would be to do an A/B test. So do like a simpler, more classic version of your website. Maybe do some ads to bring people to this version of this site and compare the results with this version of the website. That's the only way to know for sure what's the impact. A/B test, compare, and that's going to give you the response. You don't have to invest a ton of money, but bring like a few hundred people on this version of the website, a few hundred people on the other version, compare the number of add to carts, the bounce rate, the session duration, and you'll have a definite answer. My opinion doesn't matter. And everybody's opinion on Reddit don't matter either. What matters is what your prospect customer thinks. So ask directly your prospect customer, do a bit of ads. Ads are very underused as a way to survey your market. Ads is not only a way to bring people to your website in order to make them purchase something, it's also a great way to survey people. See what they say, see which creative they like better, see which messaging is more efficient. Compare different funnels, see what they say. At the end of the day, only your customer is right. Neither me, nor other so-called experts, nor random people on Reddit. Only your market and your customers are right. You need to be right for them and for nobody else. So give it a try, but in my humble opinion, I don't think the design is what's causing the bounce rate issue. I think a few things are. First, your website is quite slow, and you see you have a ton of errors on your website. You see, if you right click anywhere on the website, click inspect on Google Chrome or Safari, you're going to have this. Now, this may not be a big issue, but this stuff, it's quite, you have like 269 errors. I think you have card.js, you have what is this? You have a FOMO.com, which I'm not sure this is working properly. You have a few things that clearly are not functioning as properly. This can slow down the website. If you do the analysis, you can also right click, you go to Lighthouse here on the right side. You can analyze the performance. This is pretty bad. Okay, I think you can do a lot better. The problem is not that the website is slow. It's awfully slow to start. You see, like, first contentful paint 8 seconds, time to interactive 19.5 seconds, largest contentful paint 19.5 seconds. This is huge. Some people with a slow connection, after 3 seconds of wait, if they don't see anything, they will leave. So you might have a lot of bounce rate just because of that. Not because of the videos and the nice effects. This is the homepage, right? So the problem is not with like this stuff on the product page. I mean, this is slowing down the website, but this is fine. But no, I think you have more fundamental problems. On your homepage, it's not loading fast enough. You might have a lot of people leaving because of that. If you are on a fast connection, you might not notice this, but people on mobile phone or slow connections, if they see, like you see what they have to wait a ton before they actually start seeing something. That's a big problem. The good thing with this tool, so this is a free tool by Google, they tell you what to do. So random blocking resources, you absolutely need to get rid of that. Unused CSS, unused JavaScript. So we talked about some of the scripts before. So you have unused scripts which are bugged, which may slow down your website. So you're loading scripts, so that takes time. And then these scripts are not functioning properly, so you're wasting time for nothing. And they're creating errors. It can also slow down navigation. So you're better off removing all of that. And properly sized images you can gain. So you see, this is how much time you can save potentially. 3 seconds, almost 4, almost 2 seconds, 1.5, 1.3 seconds. So you can gain a lot of time by applying these tips from Google. They tell you which images are too big, not optimized enough. You can save a lot of time with this. If you need any help, I'd be super happy to help you. Feel free to contact me. In the description, there's a link to book a call. I'd be super happy to help you for free. I just want you to be successful. Maybe we pay in cookies, maybe not, just joking, but I'd be super happy to give you a hand because I just want you to be successful and have a great website. I won't charge you for this help. Okay, so I think if you improve that, remove the stuff, the error causing scripts, optimize the pictures, remove some of the unused CSS and JavaScript, you're going to have a faster website. Make sure something is loading first, and then the rest of the content, so that people, even if at least they see something, right, before you load the more heavy stuff. This is called like asynchronous loading. So you can start loading something first, and then all the rest, the heavy stuff, the videos, the heavy images, you can load them afterwards. So it's like not all at once, it's in different chunks. But by the time people have finished reading this first bit, the rest of the page will be loaded. Okay. Now, another thing I can tell you is I think you're not telling enough on your homepage. I had made a previous video on bounce rate, and I link it in the description below. And one problem with bounce rate sometimes is that it's just, bounce rate is not always people leaving immediately. It's all the sessions that are just one page session. And the problem is sometimes counterintuitively, if you don't say enough on your homepage, people are not enticed to try and learn more about your website. And so they're not clicking anywhere else and they're just leaving. So someone that lands here, okay, they see your cookies here. Here you have a few images, then that, and that's it. I think your homepage is surprisingly short. I think if you were telling more, you would, give more info on people to, chew on, and they would be more enticed to continue exploring the website afterwards. It's quite counterintuitive, but I made also another video reviewing a study from the Baymard Institute. This video is called like the #1 flaw in e-commerce websites. And the #1 issue is that people don't tell enough on their homepage. And the study shows, based on focus groups and study and recording reactions of people to websites, the conclusion of the study is that people are more likely than you think to scroll down the entire homepage, look at a bunch of info, ingest a lot of information, and then if their curiosity was piqued enough by a few different things, then they will be more likely to explore the rest of the website. If you don't tell enough on your homepage, it's like they're not getting enough. They're not going to make the effort of going somewhere else on your website to get additional info. You first need to give them a bit of something first, and then they will continue their website exploration. So I think it's a shame you're not showing more your product. You see, these are super small. I'd like to see this bigger. You can take more space. I think this button, original gluten-free, it's super hard to miss. If I was browsing quickly on your website, I would miss this stuff. Some people may not even understand this is a button that you can switch. I would recommend you do the original, and below that you do the gluten-free. So you have more images. More people will notice there is a gluten-free option. And this is a very nice image that you want to show. It's not super clear on the homepage that this is something ready-made, but that you can still put in the oven to make it super nice. It's going to feel like fresh out of the bakery, but it's still super easy to make because it's ready-made. The process is not very clear. It's not. Maybe it's clear for you because you know that, what like a ready-made home dough is, but a lot of people don't know. Don't assume anything. Assume people know nothing. They've never seen this. They've never eaten that. So you have to explain the process on the homepage. Then there's a lot of very nice stuff that you should be putting on your homepage, like this video. Every time I see it, I want to buy your cookies right away. Put that on the homepage. This video is fantastic. We see the product. We see what it looks like. We see the process, by the way, in the video. The video is super, taste arousing, right? So it's like a mouth watering. So put that video on the homepage. Why are you like this? Might be your single most valuable content of the whole website. Why are you hiding this behind a click wall? People need to click on the product before they can see that. You're going to lose a ton of people who are not going to make that click. Maybe if you show that on your homepage, you'll have a lot more people coming to your product pages. You have to show that on your homepage. Absolutely, absolutely necessary. Another thing is you should definitely add a buy now button. At least give it a try if you don't trust my word for it. But every customer I've advised to add a buy now button had gotten their conversion rates increased. Okay, so add to cart is fine, but add the second button, buy it now. You can have the two buttons, super easy to add on Shopify. And some people will want to add to cart and continue browsing, and some people just want to buy it now. And it's going to be a lot more easy for people to buy if there's a buy now button, because otherwise they need to click here. Takes a while, you have the stuff on the side. If they leave that, some people might just, okay, now how do I purchase this stuff? Some people will, no, I don't want to add to cart again, I want to purchase. Okay, they have to notice this little stuff with the very little to. And since you have this newer design, this cart image is not as obvious for a lot of users. For you, it's the cart, but people that are for the first time on your website that have never seen this cartoonesque cart icon, maybe they won't recognize it. And it's in between the menu and this different stuff, so they might not even understand what this is. So they have to find this again, and they have to click on checkout. Then the checkout page also takes way too long to load. So hopefully you can also reduce that loading time. That's going to help a lot with your conversions. Okay. And yeah, just add more pictures. I think from your Instagram feed, you have a ton of very nice pictures on your Instagram. A few days ago, we reviewed a website from with like a home decoration store. I will put the link also in the description. They had something where they had like maybe 2 or 3 rows of images automatically picked from their Instagram. It's both a very nice way to illustrate the product, and it's a way to give more pictures to your customers, and it's a way to promote your Instagram a bit better. And you have so many nice images on your Instagram. Why do you limit yourself to so few? I think having 2 or 3 rows of images with a nice gallery will also give more real life examples of your product in the hand of people, smiling people with your cookies. That's going to be great, Like your website doesn't have any images of people. It's just cookies, which is nice. I mean, cookie doughs, but having images with people like you have on the Instagram, I think that's going to help with conversion. It makes things more relatable. You can also highlight a bit better your benefits and your features. I mean, they're in this image, but people, they can scroll very quickly, read in diagonal, they might miss a few things. And so you have the gluten-free, which is a bit hard to notice here. You have the non-GMO, which is here. I would like to have like a full screen, maybe a full section maybe in between here that says again all your benefits: clean and organic ingredients, non-GMO, ready to bake, the full cooking experience with the oven to get hot cookies when they get out. 50 years of experience, thousands of happy people thanks to the cookies and stuff like that. So give us again all your benefits. If you do all of that, I'm sure you can be massively successful. I'm really a big fan of the design of the website, of the product. They look really delicious, so I think you've done a lot of great things. But by reducing some of the unused scripts and code and CSS properly formatting images, you're going to save a ton of time on the loading speed. This is going to help a ton with the bounce rate. It's going to get you more add to cart and more conversions. If you add, the buy it now button and you fix a few of the things I told you, I think you're also going to increase conversion rates. If you add the video and a few more information, a few more pictures of your product on the homepage, you're going to create more engaged sessions. And so look at the other videos, look at the Baymod Institute video in the description below. You'll understand why it's so important to put more stuff on your homepage. It's definitely going to help you improve the session length, reduce the bounce rate, improve add to cart rate, and improve conversion rates. I hope you liked my feedback. I wish you a ton of success. I hope you can fix these things, get a ton of success. And then if you want to accelerate your growth, I think you already have a very nice website. The next step is bringing the right people to your website. And so sometimes ads on Google or social media is super difficult because everybody's fighting for the same eyeballs. Prices are crazy high. There's a lot of competition. It's hard to target precisely who's interested in your products. So if you want to try something else, there's Ad360. Ad360 can advertise for your products all over the web on context relevant websites and blogs. So all the home bakery, home cooking, homemade cookie doughs, baking advice, all these little blogs, little websites are going to be relevant to your thematic. We're going to find these websites, automatically advertise on these, focus the budget on where it brings you the most views, clicks, and sales for your ad dollars so that you can maximize your results. And the best thing is it's never been easier to start doing these types of ads because with Ad360 it's just in one click. You download the app, and in just one click, we can generate banners with your products, the image, the price, the title in multiple formats, shapes, sizes. We automatically find websites, we run these ads on these websites, and we bring people to your website. It's super easy. We can also retarget in the same process. We set up, these display campaigns and retargeting campaigns all over the web outside of social media and Google. So these are incremental retargeting campaigns you can run in addition of what you're already doing on Google and Facebook, and you're going to bring back people to your website. So if some people went there and then they didn't find the checkout or they left for some reason, you can bring them back to the website and make them complete the purchase thanks to retargeting. It's super easy, one click to set up. So if you'd like to learn more, feel free to give it a try by yourself. There's a 14-day free trial. If you'd like to get more info, or if you want to see a demo, if you want to discuss and make sure this is adapted for your business, feel free to book a call. There's a link in the description to have a conversation with me or someone from the team, and we'd be super happy to help you with your business. I wish you a ton of sales, ton of happy customers, a ton of very nice cookies, and have a lot of success.